Hello, it's Paul from NeuralAdX here. I'm just going to run through how to add statistics to your website for generative engine optimization. Okay, so if we put our focus onto the screen now, I'm going to take you over to my WordPress website, and I've set up a construction here of where most likely you would have constructed a H2 title in question format, which is ideal for AI generative engines because in essence you're creating grounded content, which is what they're looking for. Okay, so in this example, I'm proposing the question, where should I place my content to be cited by Google AI mode? So obviously, we want to provide an answer to the user of the website, but at the same time, we want to bring in the glorious statistics, which is obviously the theme of this video. So if I then go onto the internet and let me add another window, and I propose in the question, biggest source of AI mode citations. Okay, so it's going to bring us up some useful references. Key information to know here off the bat is that what we are looking for is statistics that derive from either a government agency or from academic origin or from industry experts relating to the topic you're talking about. So they are the top three that AI generative engines have the highest regard for. Okay, so if we scroll down, I look straight away here at SEMrush. Okay, so this is done an article, let me shut that down, most cited domains in AI and a 3-month study. Okay, so let's find their AI, selling something, SEMrush. Let's find their AI conclusion, AI mode conclusion. So scrolling down, ChatGPT, there we are, Google AI mode. So if we look from their data, we can see, based on a SEMrush study of 230,000 prompts conducted in October 2025, LinkedIn, with 15% of the citation share, is clearly the #1 source for AI mode. So with this being the case, and knowing that SEMrush are well known and respected in their industry, we can certainly use them as a strong reference to a statistic. So I'm now copying the link to this study that they've published, and I'm going to go back to the website. So with that data, I would then propose a response as follows. Let's do text dark. And then if I go back to content, so you would see here, according to SEMrush, with nearly 15% of the citation share, I say that because it was actually like 14.81 or something like that. It wasn't exactly 15%. So we like to be precise, especially dealing with AI engines. So sorry, just to reiterate, according to SEMrush, with nearly 15% of the citation share, LinkedIn is the #1 citation source for Google AI mode from their study carried out on October 2025. Well, it wouldn't be on, it would be in. Okay. They derived this data from a test pool of 230K prompts, which again is accurate. So the statistic 15% has been put in there. We've got SEMrush, which is the industry expert. So all green lights there. We just need to finish it off by adding the citation of the statistic that we are referencing. So as always with citations and AI generative engines, it wants to be in APA format, which is the American Psychological Association's format, simply for the fact that the algorithm in AI generative engines, essentially its instructions, have a preference for APA style citations because it's easier for them to pass. Okay. So then following the APA style, we would just put the name of the study author. So it's SEMrush, and it was a blog, wasn't it? A SEMrush blog. So let's be specific, and then comma, and then the date it was published, which is 2025. Let me just go and double check that. I'm pretty sure it was. Let's go to the top just to be thorough, because AI engine, yeah, November the 10th, 2025. You have to be thorough on these things because AI is normally really quite accurate. So if you're giving just the slightest inaccuracy, it will note it, and that doesn't go in your favor. So it's very, very much high alertness and awareness at all times with these implementations of whether it be statistics or quotations, because they're just they're on point, the AI generative engines. Okay, so back to the citation. So we've put in the name. We then obviously want to insert the link into that. So that's what I've done, pasting that in there, saving it, and then I want to underline it to make sure that it's hyperlinked, so the viewer of the website sees they can click that source. And more importantly, that the AI generative engine that will be parsing it can pick up the source. So it's then grounded, and it's very, very likely that it will use it as a citation for someone with that construction. Without the link to the citation, you're not going to get cited. Simple as that. So then back to this, sorry, I'm segueing a little bit. So we want to put the correct color, which would be the branding color for me, teal. And that's completed. And then I would simply save and publish. Okay. So that's one brief example of how you would add a statistic to your website for generative engine optimization. There is more in-depth technical versions that you can apply, which would increase your likelihood of getting noticed more by AI engines. But for now, this is to give help for the everyday business owner and online marketer who's, quite confused as to exactly how they're supposed to implement statistics. So this can give you a strong foundation of what you need to do. Okay. Any queries or any questions, feel free to ask me, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Okay, ladies, gentlemen, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.